He was called to speak a truth no one wanted to hear, a message of impending doom for the nation he loved. This is the story of Jeremiah, a man whose heart was torn in two, while his own people turned against him, mocking his warnings and throwing him into prison. He secretly penned letters not of anger, but of astonishing hope to those already dragged into exile. The air in Jerusalem was thick with defiance. False prophets promised peace and victory. Their words like honey to a people desperate for good news. They called Jeremiah a traitor, a doomsayer who delighted in predicting ruin. They couldn't see the tears streaming down his face, or feel the agony that racked his body. His love for his nation was a fire in his bones, yet his obedience to God demanded he speak of its destruction. This impossible tension was his daily cross to bear. In the darkness of a muddy cistern, abandoned and left for dead, Jeremiah wrestled with God. He cried out in his loneliness, his spirit battered by constant rejection. Was anyone listening? Did his suffering even matter? He was a man drowning in a sea of grief, watching everything he held dear as home, his temple, his people crumble into dust. The weight of their impending fate crushed him, and his prayers often sounded more like accusations than petitions. Doubt was a relentless shadow, whispering that his faithfulness was futile. Yet, even from the depths of his despair, a flicker of hope refused to be extinguished. It was in this broken state that he took up his pen. His letters to the exiles in Babylon were not filled with despair, but with a quiet, revolutionary promise. He urged them not to lose heart, but to build homes, plant gardens, and raise families in a foreign land. He spoke of a future, a 70-year timeline that seemed like an eternity, but one that would end not in abandonment, but in restoration. This was the core of Jeremiah's struggle, to hold on to a divine promise of future joy, while living in a present reality of utter devastation. His story is a raw and honest look at what it means to follow God when the path leads through sorrow and loss. He shows us that faith is not the absence of doubt or pain, but the courage to keep believing even when your heart is breaking. It's the profound trust that even when everything familiar is falling apart, hope can not only survive but lay the foundation for a new beginning. Jeremiah's story reminds us that obedience to God can be painful, but it is never pointless. His tears water the seeds of a future he would never see, a testament to a faithfulness that echoes through centuries, a story of faithfulness, profound sorrow, and hope in the midst of devastation, inspired by the book of Jeremiah. If this story resonated with you, subscribe for more stories of faith and hope from the Bible.